Yesterday, we had the pleasure of announcing some funding, mostly for sports equipment for high schools, football and baseball, especially new helmets for the Bassick, Harding, and Central, as a way to kind of support youth initiatives, athletics, in conjunction with education. And it was a smaller amount. It was $21,000, but $21,000 nonetheless in these tough economic times, especially for governments and for programs that want to give back, is a lot of money. So we're happy with that. But in that announcement, we talked about being able to be here today, really in large part because of a commitment by a lot of people that are standing either up here or in the room, who want to do something positive in the city of Bridgeport for young people. We struggled last summer, you probably struggled last summer too, where we felt that there wasn't enough going on in the city. And I had to look at it from the outside and went to a lot of places that were not a lot of press conferences or impromptu press conferences or events or hospitals or funerals. And we said that we would do collectively, individually and collectively, we said we would try and do whatever we could as we rounded out June and schools got out to make Bridgeport a place where there were at least some opportunities for young people. And so fast forward, we're here today. About a month ago, we, the administration, asked the city council to partner up. We scrounged, we argued a little bit because monies are tight as to how we would best try and find some money to make a commitment to youth, to young people in the city this summer. And so after that, I think about 2 weeks ago, City Council passed a budget transfer for some $250,000, which sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but never enough. As you see, we had a request after that for $1.3 million in programs or initiatives that people would like us to fund. So we're going to struggle with how we apply the $250. But in addition to that, we've gotten some new partners since then, partners that have worked with the city in the past that are creating job opportunities. It's my understanding that most people, young people in this room, are going to be able to participate in a job opportunity this summer. Is that right? Yeah. If it is, I think that's worth a round of applause for the efforts of a number of employers who've added to this really by another $100,000. So you're really up to like $350,000 that will go into summer job opportunities and youth initiatives in the city of Bridgeport. So I'm proud, but more than proud, I'm really happy that we're able to kind of make some steps. We've had 43 applications, as I said, for $1.3 million, and 105 individuals, young people, that will be placed in summer jobs this summer. That's a huge difference in what was going on or not going on in the city of Bridgeport last summer. So I want to thank a lot of people, but I'd really like, before I do that, to ask members of the city council, and I think Tom McCarthy's going to speak on behalf of the city council. They struggled with a budget this year. The superintendent's here too, in the back. Let's give her a round of applause for her hard work too. I don't know how many of you are in school in Bridgeport, but if you are, there's funding challenges. The state cut us back. They cut the school district tremendously. We try to do a little bit. But in funding, the mayor has a lot to say, superintendent has a lot to say, but other entities do too. And it's really the city council that has a lot to say over how funds are spent when you do budget transfers. So I want to thank them individually. Tom's going to come up. He's the president of city council. I know he'll introduce each one, those that want to speak or not. But I want to give him a round of applause and thank them for their commitment as well. Tom?
Before I introduce everybody, I just want to say thank you to Mayor Joe Ganim. Since he came to office, we've been working very well with the council, and particularly in this instance, it's always a struggle. It's a struggle to find dollars for good programs in Bridgeport. But we struggle together. We work together as a team, the entire council and Mayor Ganim, and we figured out a solution. And that's what I think is the good thing about today, is that we figured out solutions going forward. I want to introduce a few of the council members. We have Councilmember Lyons is with us. Councilmember Brantley. Councilmember Paoletto. Councilmember Herron. And Councilman Banta is with us. So it's really exciting to be here. And first of all, before we go any further, I just want to say congratulations to all you in this room, because you are the living embodiment of all that is good about the city of Bridgeport. We are proud of you. We're behind you. We understand that sometimes the road is difficult, but there is a road. There's a path of hope for every single one of you in this room, and we're here to help you. Today is another step in trying to help boost all of you in this room and our community up top and go farther and farther. It's always, they always say that you're supposed to go stand on the shoulders of your ancestors. Well, we want to put you on our shoulders. We want to push you forward. We want to help you be successful in this world. And it's because don't ever be shy of where you come from, because the city of Bridgeport is chock full of great people and great things. We are a great community, and you should be proud of yourself, proud of what you've accomplished by getting here in this room today, and proud of what you will accomplish in this world when you make your name. But don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget who you are. You are from Bridgeport. Be proud of Bridgeport, because we all are proud of you. So I want to say a thank you to all of you for participating here today. I want to say a thank you on behalf of the entire City Council to all the businesses that stepped up. We understand that times are tough, but a number of businesses stepped up with their own dollars out of their pocket. We found our dollars, but they've put their own dollars on the table to make sure that there are great experiences for the kids who live in the city of Bridgeport. So thank you to those businesses for stepping up. Thank you to Tammy Poppa for always doing a great job in the Lighthouse Program. And I want to say a personal thank you to my council members we struggle with this budget sometimes, but we always understand that if you invest $1 today in the great kids of the city of Bridgeport, it will pay off tons going into the future. So congratulations and good luck.
The truth be told, again, partnerships. Another level of government that is responsible in a positive way for funding is the state of Connecticut. We have two that not only serve in capacities as state representatives here, I think there's only two here, right? Mm-hmm. But also participate in making good things happen within the city. You want you both come up, Charlie and Ezequiel, our state representatives, both or either one say a few words. Thank you for your funding.
Hello, everyone. Well, actually, I am wearing two hats today because as a state representative, I'm proud to have supported a budget that provided funding for youth services and youth employment. But I also am here as the director of the Mayor's Conservation Corps. And that's an initiative that, thanks to the mayor, we're moving forward, and we're going to be providing about 45 positions. We're going to be doing beautification in the parks. We're going to be doing community cleanups. We're also going to be doing canvassing, giving Bridgeport residents information regarding opportunities with United Illuminating, with companies such as Posigen. They're going to be offered to, if they want to plant a tree at their homes, if they want rain barrels. These are all good things that will benefit the city, but also give employment opportunities to the youth. So I want to thank our partners for that, and thankful that as a state representative, I was able to support a budget that provided funding. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Charlie Stallworth. I'm also a state rep from the north end of Bridgeport. I want to say thank you to the mayor and to all who have come together to make this day happen, because we have been in this room before talking with young people, but it was not for this occasion. It was for other things that had happened in our city that were not as positive. So indeed the words are correct that it takes a village. And I want to say thank you to all of those who have participated in this day. This is a great day. Thank you so much.
So hang in there with us. Part of it is to really allow people, I think it's important to be recognized for playing a role in making stuff happen. And I know young people, a lot of this is us talking, but it's important. And a lot of people have, I think, important things to say and need to be recognized. I'm going to recognize Tammy Poppa in a second, and I'm going to give you a little background. Before I do, I got two names I got to pronounce, and they're going to speak first, so be ready, all right? But there's a program in the city that we started way back when, my second round in being mayor, but first time way back when, we decided we needed something. It was in the early 90s, so you can all date yourselves on how old you were in 91, 92, 93. I was 11 years old myself, so I mean, it was an early start as mayor. But we decided we needed something for youth back then. And we put something in place that became a national model. It's called the Lighthouse Program. You've heard the name, maybe some of you have participated in it. And we decided, you know what, it was stupid. It was a superintendent, our superintendent's predecessor. And we said, this is stupid. Our schools are closed at 3 o'clock and they're great school buildings. How can we figure out to have a place where students can go after school for recreation, for role modeling, mentoring, or just a place to do your homework off the streets? Just give them a place. We can't make them go there, but let's at least create opportunities. We own all these buildings. So we figured out how much cost would be to keep, you got custodians in the building anyways. Do we need security guards? And how do we keep open? And what about this one and that one? And it started out, I think, 11, 12, or 13 locations. And it expanded now, Tammy can correct me, to 26 locations. And we got a recognition. It was the Clintons in the White House then, and Hillary Clinton was in charge of it. And they invited us down, and they gave us grant money, and we became a national model. And Chicago followed what we were doing in other cities. So that program now is maybe as old as some of you, but still goes, but it is as good as it is, as well-intended as it was, as successful as it is, it doesn't do the whole job. So one of the reasons why we're here today is we sat down a few weeks ago and we said, wait a minute, Lighthouse goes to 8th grade. And that's great. We want to take care of young people. We want to let parents work till 5, 6 o'clock and have a safe place for their children to be up at 8th. What about high school kids? What about 15, 16, 17, and even 19, 20, 20? What's up for them? And we decided we didn't have enough. And a lot of stuff because state funding's cut. Scott Wilderman's here. Programs have been cut by the state. Federal programs have been cut. What can we do? Now, we're still on, rocky financial grounds as a city, but we wanted to do something. And so we said, this is what we want to do. Let's put some money out there. Let's get some programs going. And I'm going to have Tammy talk in a second. But I made a commitment to try and pronounce these names right and ask them to speak. It's a lot more fun listening to young people than old people. So, Talisha.
Yeah,
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Talisha's going to come up and say a few words. And then, why don't you come up first so I work on the second name. Come on up, Talisha, say a couple words. Tell us about what you're doing and how this program affects you.
Hi, how are you guys today? Before everyone came around, I gave a quick runabout. What I did last year, I was a wildlife guard, and I worked at Pleasure Beach, which, as you guys know, was opened up recently. I'm not as experienced as a few of my other guards, like Jemiah, who has been here for like 4 years, but I did learn a lot in my first year. I learned life skills, communication, how to speak to the public, which is a trait that I can bring with myself in the future. I also learned about the environment and the importance of how we can do our part. I learned about conservation, and I learned about how Bridgeport has more to offer than I was able to see. I think that was pretty much it. It was really nice, the beach all day, and can't wait to do it again. Thank you.
Come on up, Jemula. I get it right?
Kinda.
What is it? You say it the right way.
Jemuel.
Jemula, that's what I said,
Yeah.
right? Is that what I said? Close enough. Go
Close
to
enough.
it, talk.
Well, basically, I started last year, and I was working as a summer camp counselor, and I basically enjoyed my summer last year working with the Lighthouse Program because I learned many new skills doing the summer camp counseling. I learned a lot of leadership skills, being responsible, watching over kids. It was really great learning those skill sets because I ended up using those throughout my school year at Fairfield Prep, and I was able to become a leader in a freshman retreat. I was a leader in that. Last week I went to Appalachia, and I was a leader for that retreat, so I felt that last summer being a part of the summer camp counseling, it really developed my leadership skills, being more responsible, taking charge of the kids. And now this year I'm working in the office in the health department, and that's something that I want to do in college, so definitely I'll see what I could take from this year and just take it on with life and see if I could do something in college with it. So just really blessed to have this opportunity. Thank you.
Great job. Already he's a better speaker than the mayor. That's pretty good. Pronounces better too. Councilman Mary Lee joined too, and I think Anita is here as well. Did she walk in? Okay. Please come on up. I'm going to have Tammy come up before I do, and she's going to introduce, if she doesn't mind, some of the employers, and I'd like to recognize them because they stepped up and said, hey, we want to create and provide summer job opportunities. As Tammy comes up, though, I have two department heads, our chief of police, and I'm going to tell a little story about each one of them, and the superintendent, and they can speak or not, but I'd like them to just come on up by the microphone while I talk. Because, so here's the deal, okay? You know, you're city council members, you're state reps, you're mayor, and you get to make all these decisions, right? Sounds like fun. It's really not. So what happens is 99% of the time, you're making decisions you don't want to make, and your people are getting mad. Somebody comes in and says, how come you don't want to give us our raise, Mayor? How come you want us to do furloughs, Mayor? How come you want to close or limit that department, Mayor? And, you know, you're not doing that. Well, at the same time, we're doing that. On this side, we're hearing that, and we're saying, geez, we want to give everybody everything we can. Of course we do. But at the same time, we're trying to find money for summer youth opportunities, for Lighthouse programs, for community policing, so that we don't just have guys in blue running around trying to arrest people, but are going out there interacting with people on a regular basis, so we have a better relationship between public safety and the community. So it's a change in the priorities. So there's you take a lot of bullets, so to speak, verbal bullets, in this job. But I guess we'd call it the end result would be, I hope, to have people that can stand up and talk about some of the accomplishments they made as being a product of not only schools, whether it's Fairfield Prep or whatever school, but the Lighthouse program, and talk about being leaders. You don't have to be a leader to be fulfilled in your life, certainly, but being a leader as a young person or as you grow up with an eye towards being a leader, if you have a good focus, can make a difference in fulfilling someone else's life. So hopefully what you get out of this is not just an opportunity to kind of be and make a few bucks and learn something that might be a life skill for an opportunity, for an occupation or a job later on, but it's a focus on maybe, as you're going through this, as Tom McCarthy kind of mentioned, you are the next whatever it is you want to be. And we hope if we're good role models, you're the next person standing up here, or the next teacher, or the next guidance counselor, or the next corporate exec that's going to speak, or the next leader of the Lighthouse program, or chief of police, or whatever it is, because that's part of the goal here. Chief, you want to add a couple words?
I just want to thank you, and I want to thank the delegation, our council people, and everybody that's involved. Last year, you and I went to a lot of places, right? We saw a lot of things that were not very pleasant, and we did make that commitment. You made that commitment, and I just want to commend you for keeping it up. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Chief. Super, you want to say a couple words?
I'm just so happy to be here today because this embodies what I hope for always, and that is a great partnership between the city and the school system, because working together, we can provide opportunities for all of you. I just spoke to a couple of students in the audience, a future pediatrician, a future child psychologist, and what I want to say to you is you are our hope for tomorrow, and I want you to take advantage of every single day. It's nice to make some extra dollars in your pocket, but trust me, the skills that you'll learn, which we heard about, are incredibly important for whatever job or whatever path you take on. And by the way, make sure you include it in your resume, because it is really incredibly important as you move forward and apply to college or any kind of post-secondary. So I'm thrilled to be here today, and I'm very happy for the partnership that exists between the city and the schools and Lighthouse program as well. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Tammy's been running the Lighthouse program for, she's only a kid too, but I don't know how many years, so I'll leave that alone. But come on up, Tammy, talk about how we're going to, what we did was with the city council, when we tried to get money, everybody's like, well, who's going to administer this money in such a short period of time, make sure it gets administered right? Because last thing we want to do is put this money out there and doesn't get into the programs or into the jobs, or so that you don't benefit from it. Everybody felt unanimously that Lighthouse program under Tammy's leadership would be the best place. So let's give Tammy a round of applause.
So just a little bit of pressure on me for that one, but we'll do it. So I want to say thank you again to all the young people that are in the room. I know I spoke to you earlier, but you have a tremendous opportunity ahead of you this summer. I want you to take full advantage of that. And I'd also like you to just one more time recognize the folks that are standing behind me, because it was a really, really difficult budget year on both the Board of Ed side, as the mayor said, and on the city side. And the mayor pushed really hard for a summer jobs program. It was a little bit rushed this year because we were on a tight time frame, but you guys stepped up, you got your applications in. The city council approved the funding, and those business folks that we're going to recognize in a second also stepped up and said, we want to commit to providing Bridgeport young people with an awesome experience this summer. So if you can just have another round of applause for everybody behind me, I'd appreciate it. So over the next 5 to 6 weeks, we'll have a number of things going on in Bridgeport. And as I said, the process this year is intense. And you've experienced it on your end, getting your applications in quickly and going through the interview process. We hope we've done a really good job with that. We'll work out the kinks along the way, but you're going to have some great experiences, as you've heard from our 2 young people here today. And making that you don't get a program like this without a lot of partnerships. So we're really pleased that we have some local businesses here today supporting this effort, and I hope I get all of them. I'm not sure if everybody is here at this point in time, but I'd just like them to raise their hands if they could. We have United Illuminating here today. I know Maritza's here. Audubon Society, is Corey here? Okay, there she is, yep. I know we have Posigen here. Dan? And Bank of America, Carol?
Thank you.
And I know Damien's here from Excel Bridgeport. And Diana from Amera Energy. Right back here. And many of you probably also had applied at the Workplace, which is our local workforce investment board. And they give out a tremendous amount of jobs over the summer as well. So I know that Diana, I think, is here in the room somewhere, but we want to thank them as well.
Are there others that we missed? I see. If you do, please, we want to make sure you get recognized. Is there anyone we missed? Yes.
Diana,
Diana,
from the
okay.
Workplace. So I just want to say thank you to those folks. I know a few of them would like to come up and say a few words. A few of them have been with us for several years supporting this program. We look to grow it in the future, but it really takes the leadership of the mayor, and this year he put out a nice letter, a Youth Champions letter, asking for local businesses to support, and some of those businesses did step up. They're here today with us, and I know, Carol, you had wanted to say a few words if you want to.
Well, it's just terrific to be here. I wish the cameras were all facing you, because Bridgeport has got some amazing youth. So I just want to say congratulations to you. You were in. Thank you for taking the chance, and it's all about opportunities, and it's all about skills, and you have a great summer ahead of you. You are our future, so give yourself a big round of applause. We're very proud of your partner program.
So Bank of America is actually funding our junior council folks that are in the room. They went through a 14-week program and were promised a job at the end, and Bank of America stepped up to make that happen. So we're very thankful for that. And I know Dan wanted to say a few words, and I think Damien wanted to say a word or two as well. Don't want to put you on the spot, but if you're more than welcome to.
No, look, I just want to say thank you as well to the mayor and to everybody up here for making this program available, but also to you for stepping up to participate in the program. I'm extremely privileged. I get to run a company called Posigen. That name is there because it's to generate pure positive energy to the people we interact with, whether that be our employees, whether that be people that we sell solar to or we provide solar to at an affordable level, or whether it be just the communities that we interact with. So the opportunity for us, this is our 3rd year doing this. We're excited that you're here to join us and to work with us. And I would like to congratulate you as well. I mean, this is the future. Do what you like, enjoy what you like, find skills that you have a passion for, and follow those. And this is a first step towards that. So thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, good morning to everyone. I'm super excited to be here this morning. The opportunity gap in Bridgeport and cities like it has been significant over the years. And so today, Excel Bridgeport, and our mission is to work with families and parents to ensure a world-class, high-quality education to every child and student in Bridgeport. But in that, we're excited to be partnering with the city of Bridgeport and particularly Mayor Ganim to provide opportunities over the summer to bridge some of that gap. We're excited to be able to provide you the skills and the platform to be able to put your good energy to good use over the summer. So thank you, Mayor Ganim. Thank you, City Council members, Superintendent, and all those who are represented here today for providing this for all of you. So let's give you a round of applause.
I'm not sure if anybody else wants to say anything, but I do know that the United Illuminating would like to present the mayor with a check today. They are. So,
I like this part.
So the back room stuff is piecing all of this together and doing the financial end of things. And to really make this work takes a lot of effort. So we have not only the businesses that are here, but we also have our public facilities department under the direction of John Bricky that's stepped up, and with some seasonal jobs, we'll be providing you folks with some opportunities, and obviously through the Lighthouse Program as well. But I'd like to ask Maritza to hand over the check to the mayor.
You want to say a couple words?
Sure. First off, I'd like to say I really appreciate the great partnership with the City of Bridgeport. We've partnered with them for 9 years now, and I'd actually like to say I started off as one of you. 10 years ago, I was in your same shoes. My first very job was through the Lighthouse Program. And I just want to let you know, reach for the stars. You can, whatever you imagine in your mind, you can achieve it. So don't let yourself get in the way of success.
Come full circle from sitting over there, okay, where you are, to being with a company, presenting a check for $10,000 to help keep the programs going. That's wonderful. I'm going to give it to Tammy that people can hang on to. You give it to the, so, you have more?
No. I was just going to say thank you again to everybody that is here today. The mayor mentioned through his Summer Youth Initiative, we have 43 applicants. Those applications came in yesterday. From what I understand, I haven't looked at them myself yet, but some really, really good applications with a lot of great things for young people this summer. From activities to services to trips. So we're going to try and put this together within the next week. We have a review committee taking a look at things tomorrow. Hopefully make those recommendations to the mayor early part of next week and get these programs going for you guys over the summer. But you guys are really in for a treat as far as your employment goes, and we hope we see you year after year here looking for another great experience. Thank you.
So one last, give a round of applause again. One last thing is we are, as the mayor's office, also put an application in because we want to have several interns, paid interns, come in and work with our staff. Public facilities, I believe, is doing the same thing, Tom, city attorney's office. So those that have want to make sure that we have an opportunity to have people, young people, intern. It's kind of I think a unique experience I would have loved to have done when I was young, to intern a little bit, understand what goes on, and then also, someone said before, put that on your resume as well as kind of a box you can check as some experience, probably unique experience, that hopefully will give you some insight as to what goes on in city government and how it runs. So takeaway, thank you very much to everyone who made this happen. Most of them spoke. Those that didn't speak, we hope we mentioned and recognize. I think the bottom line is this summer we're creating some opportunities that weren't there. Is it enough? Never enough. Does it go a long way? I hope so. But I think it also sends, and I hope you can get this message out, that with all the kind of difficult challenges we have, whether you're business leaders, superintendents, city council members, state reps, mayors, chiefs of police, or whatever, that in the order of priorities, you guys meaning young people in the city of Bridgeport, are top of the list. And so when we have to push somebody else aside, we'll do it respectfully and say, no, we can't make that happen because we want to do something for the young people. So know you got our ear, you got our attention, you got our focus. We want to make things happen. Spread that word out there. We're here. We want to get things done. We want to do it positive, and I know you'll do your part as well. Thank you so much. As we do in the city council, we raise our hands, say point of personal privilege. Any questions? Doesn't have to be just from the press. It could be from any young people here that want to ask a question about anything at all. You got me, you got city council people here, you got the superintendent of schools, the chief of police. Somebody's got to step up, got something on your mind. Come on, I'm putting you on the spot. Yes, stand up, tell me your name.
Although my name is I used to serve as the Board of Ed representative for Central High School, and I was wondering about the pain and shift. How would it work out for us? I'm sure that's all we're interested in right now.
The one that you've signed up for now?
So,
This one and the one you just.
The one I'll tell you about that one after Tammy tells you about the one that's going on. Go ahead.
okay, yeah, so obviously you're in the counselor side of things, correct? So for this year, that's what you're going to be doing, but as you hear about other positions, which is why we talked about some of those positions early on, and some of the folks over here are either doing conservation or they are in some of the office jobs that the mayor's also talking about, you know, you are more than welcome to apply for that type of position going forward as you start to learn more about what goes on in different city departments. But we'll make that possible for everybody.
So I think what we'll do is, as I'm thinking this through, we'll probably ask for several candidates from the Lighthouse Program, and we have an application ourselves, so you'll be able to kind of pre-select people that want to step up and say we want to do something with this department, the mayor's office. CAO, I think, is probably filled up, but we'll see other offices. Anybody else want to ask a question? Young people first and the press second. No disrespect on the order, but young people, any questions? All right, anybody from the press? Well, thank you so much. You can pull any of us aside and ask any questions. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being here.
It was nice meeting you.